Welcome to a Healthy Living video blog. You're watching us at workoutmaster.com. This is Ruben.
And that is Aram.
Alright guys, today we're going to talk about skin. Skin is a very important organ in our body, and I think just by looking at the skin you can say a whole lot about human body. Let's tear this one apart.
Absolutely. The skin is not only the largest organ of the body, but at the same time I sometimes see it as not as a canvas, how would I say, almost like a mirror of the quality of health that the person has. The skin, as you know, is part of the excretory system. So there's stuff going in, stuff coming in.
Absolutely. I'll break a little secret to our viewers. As a coaches, we listen a lot to what our clients or patients or whatever you're going to call them have to say. Besides listening, the observation is extremely important. So when I talk with my clients or they talk to me, I always observe their skin. You cannot even imagine what kind of stories your body will tell you about you without you necessarily having to express it in the words. The way you look, the way your posture is, and definitely the way your skin is.
Absolutely, I agree.
So let's talk a little bit about skin. What do you think is important to understand about skin?
Well, how to take care of it. We have a whole business out there, not ourselves of course, of creams and potions and this, that and the other, and we should have Janet here telling them exactly how much stuff there is out there.
Janet, that's Ruben's girlfriend.
That's my woman, and she knows a lot of her skin. She can surprise me sometimes on how much stuff she knows. Mm-hmm. The most important thing I believe that to care of your skin is the kind of food that you eat, the kind of water that you drink, and how much or how little sun exposure you have.
I think also very important to understand the skin is a very important detoxification organ, and if your body has a hard time detoxifying itself, it will show you within the skin. So if you see somebody who has a lot of breakouts, that is a chance that the body has a very hard time detoxifying itself. So the first thing I would recommend is some sort of detox program. It could be a colon cleanse, it could be a liver cleanse, something, because chances are your body is struggling to get rid of something is very importantly and not supposed to be in the body.
Absolutely. Yeah. So what Aram has said, kind of avoiding one point or missing one point, is that once the liver is overloaded, it cannot do its function properly. The body has to release toxins by other means. The skin is the one that is more readily available. So you start seeing people that are breaking out, pimples, all kinds of stuff in the skin, and most likely it's because the liver is not doing its function properly. So that's where in many instances it's very important to recommend to these people to go through some sort of liver detox skin. Several of them can be done at the same time in a very
Another important thing, abuse of sugar can lead to a lot of breakouts on the skin. So detoxification is very important. Try to stay away from sugar if you have any kind of skin related issues. Sun exposure. Now sun exposure is important, yes. It's very important, but you got to be making sure that you're not going to burn the skin, because it's very hard on the skin. And you definitely want to avoid any kind of burning of the skin.
Absolutely.
What else is important? The skin care. Well, drinking, obviously, especially for ladies. Ladies use a lot of cosmetic products. Guys do too, but we don't use a whole lot of makeup, and makeup is extremely toxic and chemical-laden stuff.
Come on, tell them the truth about you and the makeup.
You tell them. Anyway, so you want to be careful with the makeup that you put on yourself. And I understand some makeup are natural, they might not be as good. I mean, they don't stay as long as you wish, ladies. But hey, sometimes it's come to the point, it's like, do you want to have more health, or you want to look a little bit better covered up with the makeup?
Yes.
What other things we got to talk?
Think of your skin as a membrane. It literally is a membrane. So, material can go into the body and outside the body. That's one of the functions that the skin has. So wouldn't it make sense, all right, to use any kind of product in your skin that you would actually dare to put into your mouth? Because if the body is going to absorb it, be aware as a consumer that what you put into your skin can actually be toxifying your body at the same time, and that's, you know, that doesn't make sense.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
So
any kind of lotions, you got to be very careful. So it has preservatives. They will get inside of you. Remember, your skin is not only the detoxifying organ, it's actually an organ by itself. So if you clog up the pores, then it has even a harder time to work.
Then it has to find a different place to go out.
Exactly, and it'll definitely find one place or another.
Yes. So important. Put, you know, products in your skin that you would in some way feel comfortable enough to put in your mouth. If you were to ask us, you know, you're curious, well, what kind of, you know, moisturizer or whatever you use in your skin? Well, I'm not a young puppy anymore, so I have to take good care of my skin, besides the wonderful job that Janet does. But I only put in my skin literally coconut oil. And some people will say, well, that's gonna clog your skin. It doesn't. And it's actually a wonderful sunscreen too at the same time.
Yeah, I like coconut oil. I use it all the time. I find it's just it's an incredible product on its own. And remember, if there's a breakout on the skin, it is a red flag. Make sure, start thinking of something affecting you.
Yep.
If you cannot figure out what it is, one of the best things you can do is to keep a diary of what you eat and what happens to your skin. You'll be surprised when you're going to start seeing correlation.
Yes. So anything that your body is manifested is at some degree you are doing an attempt against your health by not following most or all of the foundation principles of health, which, like we have said 100 times, is what you eat, what you drink, how you breathe, the air that you're exposed to, how well do you rest, how well do you sleep, are you giving yourself any time to enjoy your life, you know, outside of everything else that your life, you know, is a compendium of, you know, kids and family and work and studies. You have to have time to yourself.
Absolutely.
So the body doesn't get stressed.
I had recently one of my mom's friend ask her what's her secret to have a good skin and not a lot of wrinkles specifically, and her simple answer was, I drink a lot of water. So make sure, guys, hydrate yourself, because it is extremely, extremely important.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anything else?
I think that pretty much sums it up. We welcome comments, questions. If you have any questions about specific cosmetics that we might know of, you know, I can pass on the message to somebody else that I know that will have an answer for you. And please don't forget to follow us, Twitter, Facebook.
Absolutely. Remember, your future looks better already. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time.